Welcome to the House of Transit. Today, I will be giving you a tour of Metro's 98th rail station, Potomac Yard. I start on Potomac Avenue at the north entrance, right behind the Potomac Yard Shopping Center. Potomac Yard is a changing area. There's lots of new development planned and will eventually begin construction now that the metro station is open. You can see here a banner advertising some of that. Some of it is built and some of it is under construction, like the Virginia Tech Innovation Campus. You can see the north entrance in the distance, and also right here are the bus bays. Dash uses these two bays. Metroway uses Potomac Avenue, which is where I started. It's a pretty convenient transfer, all things considered. Moving up onto the north entrance itself, you can see a little kiosk saying when the trains will arrive, and up above the elevators is a lovely piece of art depicting cherry blossoms, which is an iconic flower to the DC area. Moving up the escalators, which there are a lot of in this station, we are greeted by some station personnel and also ribbons, because this was filmed on the very first day of operation for the station. The opening ceremony had not begun when I got this footage, but it was beginning in like half an hour or so. Up on top, we can see the pedway to the bridge to the station as well. I decided to also loop back around. There's this amazing view. Once the buildings develop in, this will become a bit more crowded, but for now, it offers a very good view of the Innovation Campus and also southern parts of Crystal City. And now quickly, I will take the elevator down to show you the elevator. All elevators in Potomac Yard are pretty clean and convenient. It makes sense, they're brand spanking new. The elevator takes you right down to where we started earlier at the north entrance. And don't mind my finger getting away with the shot. Right across from the escalators as well. Pretty convenient. Now, moving on to the north entrance, Ped Bridge, we can see here even more empty space that is reserved for development. Like I said earlier, Potomac Yards is a changing area. There's going to be lots of new development. Now, the North Bridge to get to the main pedestrian crossing above the RF&P line, or the CSX Amtrak tracks, is not too bad, all things considered. It's a fairly short walk, not the most convenient thing, but obviously not horrible as well. It's usable. And you can also see station attendants waving pom-poms for the opening day. Moving on, I'm starting on Potomac Avenue at the south entrance. There's a bit more development around here at the moment, and there will be even more in the coming years. We can also see a bike path, and I also assume this area off to the right will be some kind of bike parking. I'm not sure on this though. Bike parking was also located at the north entrance just right of the main entrance as well. I did not show that because I did not see it because it was blocked by all the fencing around. The south entrance has no escalator. It is only accessible by stair off to the right and elevator. I decided to take the elevator up because it would be interesting and, elevator YouTube content. Like I mentioned earlier, the elevators are all clean and they feel very nice, and they all smelled great, which is not something you'll find across the WMATA system. There may or may not be a very smelly elevator. So it was a breath of fresh air to have some nice elevators for once. And the glass is really cool as well. Sometimes you might get a good view looking out of the doors or the sides. At the top, at the south entrance, the stairs come off up to the right, and now I begin to walk the bridge to the main span across the rail lines. This is a bit more inconvenient than the north entrance. The north entrance is fairly streamlined approach into the station, but coming here from the south entrance, you gotta walk what feels like the entirety of the station platform just to get up to the north entrance. There was a south entrance mezzanine area proposed at one point, but it was eventually cut from the plan, and obviously has not made it into the final product. I would speed up the content here for you guys, but it is kind of ridiculous just how long of a walk this is. It really does not feel great as well because there's nothing to really see at the moment. You can see Virginia Tech's brand new innovation campus off to the left. This will be home to a large new satellite campus for Virginia Tech that'll have lots of classes for computer science and the like. It was part of the HQ2 bid, actually, which is intriguing. There was a lot of stuff and developments that are planned with this station, and also Amazon coming to the area. Crossing over the main bridge to finally get into the station, you can see the CSX, Amtrak, and VRE lines. While VRE service is not that frequent, consisting of a pretty peak-oriented service, and Amtrak it comes when it comes, you do find the rail corps to be fairly active. There was definitely a few people who set up cameras and were watching the rail lines, so if you want a rail fan on a station, this isn't a bad spot, all things considered. Before I show the rest of the main entrance, I decided to go down into the side entrance. This one is only accessible by elevator, and this goes to the Potomac Greens neighborhood. You can see off in the distance. There are no real amenities outside this entrance, even though I think there should be more. Bike racks would not go amiss here, as this is pretty close to a neighborhood that's, not far, but it's a kind of a ways of a walk to get here from the neighborhood because you have to walk the length of the platform just to get to this spot. Into the elevator I go, and it is a ride all the way back up to the main mezzanine. You can see trains entering and exiting the station as well on the elevator ride up. And welcome back to the mezzanine. The mezzanine has elevators, 2 banks of elevators on each side, and 1 escalator and stair pair to each platform. There's also bathrooms hidden around on the left side of the station. Here at the end of the platform, I'd like to give a little bit of talk about frequencies. Trains are fairly frequent on the yellow and blue lines, while the yellow runs around every 8 minutes and the blue running around every 12 minutes. Not great on either, but combined, they're pretty good. And now here's a train. Yeah, talk about trains being frequent. There was many times where I was interrupted by trains entering and leaving the station. They're coming often. So as we ascend up the escalator on the left side, or the northbound platform, you can also get great views outside of the glass. The entire station feels much more airy and new, in a way. Not to say that WMATA stations don't feel new at other times, but this one just feels new, probably due to the aesthetic of including lots of light and using white as the primary color of the station. It really adds yet another great, modern feeling station on the network. You can also still get great views of the trains up on the mezzanine, looking down right onto them as they wait. Onto the southbound platform. There are 2 banks of elevators to each platform, and this is the one to the southbound platform. The glass interior of the elevator, again, also providing great views and ways to look out beyond the station grounds. The elevators are pretty quick and are honestly probably a bit quicker than riding the escalators up and down to the platforms. There are also stairs for those who wish to use them. They each come out into a little cavity that has a little wall along the trains, and there you go. Yet another train pulls into the station. Again, it is frequent. Trains come through here pretty often, and it's only going to get better as service improves. There are information displays, but they do not display anything of use due to the fact that it just opened the day I got this footage, and therefore they're displaying stuff, congratulating and promoting the opening of the station. Here you can see where the old trackways used to be, and they planted trees and all sorts of vegetation on the former right-of-way. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. There are 2 more rail fanning shots and also a little cab ride I prepared from King Street, Old Town to Crystal City. Goodbye.